The moon hung low in the ink-black sky as Jake and his friends, Sarah, Mike, and Lily, approached the looming silhouette of Blackwood Manor. It was a decrepit, abandoned mansion perched on a hill, shrouded in legends of ghostly apparitions and unsolved mysteries. The wind whispered through the trees, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Crumbled leaves and forgotten memories covered the cobblestone path leading to the house. In the pale glow of their flashlights, the mansion seemed to be a monstrous beast waiting to devour their courage. Jake, the leader of the group, couldn't resist the allure of the haunting tales that had circulated about the place for generations. His curiosity outweighed his fear, and he convinced his friends to join him in this paranormal investigation. Sarah, always the skeptic, rolled her eyes. "This is ridiculous, Jake. Ghosts don't exist." Mike, the athletic daredevil, grinned. "Come on, Sarah. It's just a bunch of old stories. What's the worst that could happen?" Lily, the introverted bookworm, clutched her camera tightly. "I just hope we find something interesting to write about." Together, they entered the dilapidated mansion through a broken door, the rusty hinges groaning in protest. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay and memories. Dust motes danced in the narrow beam of their flashlights, revealing faded wallpaper and crumbling furniture. The first floor held little of interest, aside from the eerie ambiance. It was on the second floor that things took a chilling turn. As they ascended a creaking staircase, the temperature dropped noticeably and the air grew heavier. They explored room after room, each filled with remnants of a life long past. Antique toys lay scattered across the floor, and faded family portraits watched from the walls with hollow eyes. In one room, they discovered a child's nursery, complete with a cobweb-covered crib and a broken mobile that swayed ominously on its own. Mike laughed nervously. "Okay, that's just creepy." Lily, capturing everything on her camera, whispered, "I can't believe we're really here." Their exploration led them to the attic. As Jake pushed open the dusty door, a cold breeze swept over them, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic set in briefly, but they managed to relight them. In the dim light, they saw a series of paintings lining the walls. The paintings depicted the same boy, a young child with innocent eyes and a haunting smile. In each painting, the boy appeared a year older, but his smile grew more malevolent. By the final painting, his grin was a grotesque, toothy maw, and his eyes gleamed with malice. Lily shivered. This is beyond unsettling. As they turned to leave, they heard a soft, childish voice echoing through the attic. "Play with me." Sarah's skepticism vanished. Her voice trembled as she said, "Did you all hear that?" They nodded, their hearts pounding in their chests. The voice grew closer, and they followed it to a hidden door that led to a small, dark room. There, they found a dusty, porcelain doll sitting on a decaying chair. "Play with me," the voice whispered again, this time emanating from the doll's cracked lips. Jake reached out to pick it up, but Lily stopped him. "Wait, Jake. Something's not right." Suddenly, the attic plunged into darkness. Their flashlights flickered and died. They heard the patter of tiny footsteps all around them, and the chilling laughter of a child echoed through the darkness. In the blackness, Sarah screamed, and Jake fumbled for his phone, managing to illuminate the room with its weak flashlight. The doll was gone, but the unsettling paintings still stared at them with their malevolent grins. They rushed out of the attic and back down the stairs, their fear propelling them forward. As they reached the ground floor, the front door slammed shut, trapping them inside. Panic overwhelmed them as they searched for another exit, but all the windows were sealed shut. The house seemed to have come alive, its walls shifting and groaning like a living, breathing entity. They stumbled upon an old study where they found a journal that belonged to the former owner of the mansion, a man obsessed with the occult. The journal detailed rituals and experiments conducted to contact the spirit of his deceased son. Desperate to escape, they decided to perform one of the rituals mentioned in the journal in a last-ditch effort to communicate with the spirit and beg for their release. They gathered in a circle, holding hands, and began chanting an incantation. As they chanted, a chilling wind swept through the room, extinguishing their phones and plunging them into darkness once more. In the blackness, they felt tiny, ice-cold fingers wrap around their wrists, pulling them apart. Lily's camera flashed, capturing a final image before it too succumbed to the darkness. The image revealed a grotesque, childlike figure standing before them, its malevolent grin stretching impossibly wide, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. The room erupted with the maniacal laughter of the ghostly child as their screams filled the air. The house seemed to absorb their terror, becoming more malevolent with every passing moment. And then, as quickly as it had begun, the laughter stopped. The darkness lifted, and they found themselves standing outside Blackwood Manor, trembling and disoriented. The house loomed above them, silent and foreboding. They knew they had escaped the clutches of the malevolent spirit, but they would carry the memory of that night with them forever. The legends of Blackwood Manor had been proven true, and they were lucky to have made it out alive. As they walked away from the accursed mansion, they couldn't help but feel that the spirit they had encountered had not released them out of kindness, but had allowed them to leave with a warning. The desolation of Blackwood Manor would forever haunt their nightmares.